So, line by line underview. She says that we eat animals, but she didn't provide a critical evaluation of the many structural harms of violence, saying that this difference between humans and animals justifies violence onto them and links her to the critique. She didn't talk about how this won't lead to any of the impacts that are valid and is functionally conceded. She says she could have at least addressed a reason why species mindset doesn't lead to domination among humans. We eat animals is not sufficient. She says that banning would not solve for the ethical treatment of the masses, but she functionally gives a full weight of the species mindset leading to genocide and colonization. Banning doesn't have to be 100% ethical, just more ethical than not banning it. At least by banning animal testing, we can fight the logic of domination, be able to cure human and animal diseases through cellular methods in human subjects. She says animals have different morals, so we can kill them. It is different than saying you wouldn't let a black person babysit your child, but it's not different than saying that black culture is a different set of moral guidelines, so we can justify violence based on that. She's not responsive to my argument that if we kill them, it's probably imposing our morals harder onto them and more permanently. She said, you can't argue that it was specious, but I'm proposing that we eliminate animal testing in all possible areas. But glad we're on the same page. In non-possible areas to eliminate testing, let's use humans as the effectiveness has not been questioned. Oh, it's more ethical to run these tests on animals? That's speciesism. She says that humans are only tested after other animals, but this shows the species mindset of the status quo, that animals are there for human use, and the negative responses to the drug need to happen within their body because humans are too precious. Humans and animals are both sentient beings. The standards that I gave that we should abide by to prevent harm, meaning that they should be treated the same. The standard that she gives you means that they're dependent on the organism having human characteristics. I've told you in my last speech that human characteristics are stripped away from people like infants, the elderly, mentally handicapped in order to justify violence against them. She gave no analysis why these groups would not be the next target on her study. She said that the healthy white males are hurt. These poor healthy white males, it must be awful. What's happening? This is happening every day in the less desirable populations like rats and dogs. The only reason she cares is that because this is the population that we're taught is good and animals are the population we're taught isn't. This is another example of where she's being specious. If these things were tested on humans, they would probably be a lot more cautious about the harm done. So instead of a rat being tortured and killed, the medicine would probably make a person feel some discomfort. She says that I'm being classist. This is a new argument. Too late. Don't evaluate it. But if you do, it's happening in the status quo with human testing anyway. Being classist is better than being classist in species. By reducing the species mindset, we mitigate other structural harms or domination by setting the precedent that those with difference should not be subject to violence. She says that animal testing is needed for disease, but cross-apply her one health, one medicine argument here. She says that only testing on one organism is cross-applicable, so let's test on humans and have it solved for animals. She has a partial ban. Which sector is she trying to ban? I wish her counterplan didn't come out in the last 30 seconds of her speech. And compare the small potential for disease breakout against genocide and colonization. She only contests her link to the K, not the relationship with the speciesism and genocide, but she wants to test on animals because humans are superior, so she proves herself species. My impact's that way, so vote prop.